Hello, welcome back to Al Talks. Um, as you can see, I am no longer holding the mic because we hands free. Look, um, just show you. I have an absolutely beautiful mic stand now. So to go with my Rode mic that was graciously given to me by Kieran McGann from Cowboys. Once again, thank you very much, brother, for that lovely gift. Um, yeah, that's good news. Yeah, lots of good news on today's podcast. We'll be talking about, the comedy plan they'd laid out where, I'd record these um, podcasts in advance and stuff. And don't worry about the background, that's just having some work done at our house. So it's, I'm not recording this upside down. The bed is just the other way up anyway. It doesn't matter. Um, but yeah, so the the best good news that I've received. I recently joined a couple of Facebook groups about comedy in Ireland, and it's like this one post came up and it was about the Battle of the Axe. My phone's there anyway. And I can hear that. Cool. Anyway, and it was the Battle of the Axe. It's back. It's going to be running Tuesdays now because Wednesday and Thursday is the Halfpenny British Comedy Club. So, because see, what I was told that when the Halfpenny British Comedy Club opened up is that Tony wasn't doing it anymore, which was obviously untrue. They were doing this on, I think it was done online for the frontline workers during the hospital staff in Ireland. As a kind of a thank you for their hard work during the pandemic, and you know and the computer is going ape shit. I am also very, very tired because I've had probably about 6 or 8 hours sleep in the last 2 days between the comedy gig and the construction work at home. So I'm, if I look as though I'm lost for words or not very energetic, even though I went ooh, um, that is the reason. Anyway, um, yeah, so it's back. I will 100% reach out to Tony at some stage and ask for a spot. And, like I said, I just chomping at the bit to get back into doing a set in there. And as I mentioned, did a set yesterday. I went to Giggles Comedy Club. They were hosted by Wellington Bar. It was the first time to be hosted there, and it was like, no, it was an open mic, so there was like 16 comics to perform. That you have the list. Oops, sorry, I have the list on my phone. Let me see. So last night there was one more comic came in the end. I forget his name. So last night, okay, last night who performed? Owen Fahy, John O'Keefe, Rob Notter, Porrig Orsby, Dean Murphy, Warren McIntyre, Gary Cahill, Sebastian Daly Wall, Shane Clifford, myself, number 10, Brian Pence, Rosita Mascot, Phil Tracy, what does that say? Root Deans, Patrick McLaughlin, and Connor Ward. Um, this open mic was hosted by Bill and Connor. Connor went up, Bill, was hosting. And this is probably the most fun I've had at a comedy open mic in a long time. Because when I arrived there at the start, it was pretty much just like all comics. There wasn't that many guests. But the night was like Giggles used to run in a different venue, so it was like I really enjoyed the venue. If you go on to my I can't remember. Just check quickly on Instagram. I can't remember which page I put up. If I put up on my personal page or yeah, okay. So I have it. I don't have it on the podcast page, but anyway, I'll put her up later on at some stage if I don't forget. But some of the names I mentioned, like Warren and John O'Keefe, they're comedy legends in the Irish scene. Um, and it was great to see them. Um, Paul Pádraig McLaughlin is that was my first time talking to him, hearing him do comedy, and I had a really long conversation afterwards. I explained because he's doing comedy about the same length of time as I am. He works in an office during the day and he does it at night time. He was a runner up in the Bray Comedy Festival last year. Um, I'm going down to Bray in April to do an open mic there in the Harbour Bar, and we were actually talking about that and stuff. And he was really surprised how, because like I said, I don't live in Dublin, so I travel up and stuff. And he's like, "Really?" He's like, I go, "Yeah." Like, the reason I'm so wiped out is because I had to get up at like 7 this morning to get a bus and for work. So I work like 7 hours. I'm only back about an hour and a half, so like I'm totally wiped out. Um, and being up all day, pretty much Tuesday, I am pretty wiped out. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. But yeah, the open mic was great. We got 5 minutes. Like Bill was really nice. He was like, we'll give everyone 5 minutes, and at 30 seconds we'll flash the light. And but if you want to do one joke or whatever, like it was great. So I went up and I tried a couple of the new bits that I'd come up with, and yeah, I tried a couple of new bits, and they all worked. I really enjoyed my time on stage last night. It was really great atmosphere and talking to a couple of people because I was talking to Connor Ward before he went up on the host of last night, and sorry about that, but gotta hydrate. And Connor was like, oh, how long been doing this? I said, because be coming up and doing this like 3 years this summer, I think, and I think it is. Let me just consult the notes. Look what's on my notepad. It's my sticker. Um, and this, by the way, is what happens when you don't sleep properly. You start to go loopy. Work was not fun today at all. uh, yeah, my first set was in August, 22nd of August 2019. So, oh, yeah, it'll be 3 years. Wow. That is crazy. When was my second set then? 13th of February. Okay. And then 27th. And that's when the old COVID hit in March 2020. Yeah, anyway, we're on 22. Yeah, a bit delirious. But yeah, so it was a brilliant, brilliant night. I mean, the fact that we got to see, it was another fellow who came in at the end of the show. He recently came back from New Zealand and he was doing comedy over there. Like this guy, I forget this guy's name. I should probably, I was going to text Bill and ask him for his name, but I mean, like, I had a brilliant night. Like I mean, like I said, the comedy was top notch yesterday because it was a mix of people getting back into it. Like Sebastian was his first set, I think, in about 2 years or so, and the others, it was such a great atmosphere. There was huge respect for everybody. Like I had multiple chats with loads of comics, um, and it was great night. And I got to meet someone very important that day, and I'm not gonna say anything now because I have no idea what's going on with it yet. But in the future, I will tell you about it. Big news if it pans out or not. Because if this does pan out, this could be huge, huge. But that's all I'll say for that about that for now. And um, I'm still gonna keep going with this. Yeah, I'm still gonna keep going with this setup that I have. I like it. It's working out so far. But yeah, that's pretty much the podcast for this week. And what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? Well, yeah, I'll talk about that next week episodes, or because like I said, I'm recording a couple of them at a time. So, but yeah, thanks for listening. I appreciate all the support so far, and we are going to wrap it up for this week. And thanks for watching once again and the support. I really appreciate it. It really drives me every week to record and produce and edit and advertise these podcasts. It's a huge driving force in my life at the moment. So thanks for all the support, and I shall see you all next week's podcast. Goodbye.